In this video, we're diving into the remote team dashboard every founder should have, what goes into it, why most founders are flying blind without one, and how building the right one changes the way you run your team. I'm Erin from Paired. Okay, real talk for a second. I've spoken to a lot of founders running remote teams, and when I ask them, how do you actually know how your team is performing week to week? The answer is almost always some version of the same thing. I check in with people, I read through Slack, I look at what's getting done. And I get it. That works when your team is 2 people. When it's 3 people, maybe even 4. But at some point, and this point comes faster than you'd expect, that approach stops working. Things start slipping through without you noticing. Work gets done, but not in the right order, and people are busy, but the needle isn't moving. You feel like you're across everything, and then suddenly you're not. That is not a people problem, that is a visibility problem, and the fix is a dashboard. Not a complicated one, not a fancy one, just one place where you can look and actually understand what's happening with your team without having to piece it together from 12 different conversations. Let's talk about what that looks like. Why most founders don't have one. Most founders know they should have a dashboard. They just never build one. Usually it's because it feels like a big project, something that requires an operations hire or complex systems. So it ends up on the we'll figure that out later list, and the reality is much simpler. A good dashboard only needs to answer a few questions. What work is moving forward, what's stuck, how the team is doing, and whether key results are progressing. What a remote team dashboard is actually for. A dashboard isn't a surveillance tool. I want to be really clear about that because I've seen founders get this wrong, and it creates a trust problem with the team that takes a long time to fix. The goal isn't to watch every minute of your team's day. The goal is to have enough visibility that you can spot problems early, support the right people at the right time, and make good decisions without having to interrupt everyone to get the information that you need. Think about it this way. If you're a pilot, you don't stare out the window to understand how the flight is going. You look at the instruments, not because you don't trust the plane, because having reliable, consistent information makes you a better pilot. A remote team dashboard is your instrumental panel. So it tells you what's moving, what's stuck, where the risks are, and where things are going well. And it does that without you having to ask 10 people 10 questions every Monday morning. What goes on the dashboard? The most useful dashboards track 5 things: work progress, blockers, team health, communication flow, and key results. Work progress shows what's on track, what's behind, and what's blocked. Anything stuck for more than a few days deserves attention. Blockers give you a clear place to see where work has stalled so you can step in quickly and help move things forward. Team health gives you signals you normally get in person. A short weekly pulse check about workload, clarity, and morale. Communication flow shows whether information is moving across the team or getting bottlenecked through one person. And key results tie everything back to outcomes, the 2 or 3 things that actually need to move this week. The tools that make this easy to build. Now here's the part where I'd usually say here are 15 tools you should look at. But I'm not going to do that because honestly, you don't need 15 tools. You need one place where everything comes together. Notion works really well for this. You can build a simple dashboard that pulls together your project status view, your team pulse responses, and your weekly key results in one page that everyone can access. It doesn't require any technical setup, and it takes maybe an afternoon to build a first version. ClickUp and Asana both have dashboard features built in if you're already using them for project management. The work progress piece essentially builds itself if your team is logging tasks properly. For the pulse check component, tools like Geekbot can run automated check-ins through Slack. Your team answers a few questions directly in Slack, and the responses are summarized automatically so you can review them whenever you want. It takes only a few minutes to set up and quickly becomes one of the most useful signals on the dashboard. The key is not to overcomplicate the tool side. Pick something your team is already using and extend it. A dashboard that lives in a tool your team already opens every day will always outperform a separate dashboard tool that requires everyone to build a new habit. it. How Paired helped one founder fix this. This is something we see often at Paired. A founder wants to hire overseas talent, but when we look at how work is managed, there's no central visibility. Information lives in Slack threads or scattered documents. Before hiring, we usually recommend building structure first. Documentation, clear expectations, and a simple dashboard that shows how work is progressing. Once that visibility exists, hiring becomes much smoother because everyone understands what success looks like and how work actually moves across the team. The mistakes founders make with dashboards. Quick thing worth flagging before we get to how to build yours. The most common mistake is building a dashboard that's really a report for the founder, not a tool for your team. If your team can't see the dashboard or doesn't interact with it or doesn't understand why it exists, it stops being useful pretty quickly. It becomes one more thing you're maintaining alone instead of something the team actually uses. The best dashboards are transparent. Your team can see the status of work, the key results you're tracking, and the pulse of the team. That transparency creates accountability without micromanagement. People can see where things stand, they know what's expected, they can identify when something is slipping before you have to point it out. When the dashboard is shared, the team starts managing themselves against it, and that's the goal. How to build yours this week. You don't need to overthink this. Here's a starting point that works. Open whatever tool your team already uses. Notion, ClickUp, Asana, even a Google Doc if that's where you live. Create a single page. Give it 4 sections. Work this week, blockers, team pulse, and key results. Under work this week, each team member adds 2 or 3 things they're focused on. Under blockers, anything that's sitting stuck goes there. Under team pulse, you add a link to your weekly check-in form or paste in the responses. Under key results, you track the 2 or 3 things that actually need to move this week for the business. That's it. That's your version 1. Spend 15 minutes on it every Monday, review it midweek, and by the end of the first month, you'll wonder how you ever ran the team without it. A remote team dashboard isn't a management tool. It's a clarity tool. It gives you the visibility to make good calls without hovering, to catch problems before they become serious, and to show up to conversations with your team already knowing what needs to be talked about. The founders who build these things don't just run better teams, they actually enjoy running their teams more because they're not constantly trying to piece together what's happening from a dozen different places they already know. If you want to build a remote team that runs this well and you want help finding the right overseas talent to grow it, that's exactly what Paired does. We work with founders to hire vetted international talent and make sure the structure is there to support them from day one. Because a great hire in a well-built environment is a completely different experience than a great hire dropped in a chaos. Book a free strategy call with Paired using the link in the description. Come ready to talk about where you are now and where you want the team to go. I'm Erin from Paired. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.